We are live. Welcome back to the third straight day of the West Coast Draft Podcast. We got Daniel, we got Rob, we got playoff predictions. We have finished the regular season. We
It's
have our
playoff
record
time, baby.
predictions. It's done. We're talking playoffs. Of course, in with the nature of talking playoffs, we're only talking about 13 games. So we're
It's gonna
also
go pretty
talking a little
quick.
CFB week one. It's here tomorrow
Game
night.
week,
Okay, that just technically last Saturday. There were also CFB games, but
week
tomorrow
0.
night,
Yeah.
look at all these Thursday games. We got a
Oh man,
full slate
we're
tomorrow night.
eating well. We're eating well, man.
Eating very well. And as a YouTube TV subscriber, I get all of these. Not shout out Comcast.
Fuck
Um,
Comcast right now, man.
anti shout out Comcast. But anyways, yeah, look at the schedule, man. We
Ooh,
are
it's a rough Thursday night though. In terms of,
I'm
there's
not gonna
only
I
one
mean
game I really want to watch.
Colorado and DSU.
I, the world is pulling for NDSU.
Oh yeah. I gotta watch me some San Jose State, Sac State too. As
That's
a
could be a fun one. That could be a fun one. Yeah,
uh
that's almost a Hawaii test.
yeah, it's almost
See,
7 p.m. on a Thursday.
Huskies Weber State as a Hawaii test. God damn.
Was it a 7:30 game or 8 game?
8.
8. Ooh. That's the latest game of the week. Look at that. That's brutal. That's tough. I remember when the Apple Cup kicked off at 8 a few years ago, but in Arizona it was at 9. Oh
Which one was
my.
that? Was that the one at Pullman that
That was that Pullman. It
Mike
was can't the
passed for 700 yards?
yeah, yeah, that was the one. But it
I
kicked
still
off at
can't believe some of the numbers we put up under that scheme. Mike passing for 700 yards is, man, fuck the great betrayer, man. I loved that offense. I
but
don't know if we ever would have been as good again as we were this year because Mike really was that special. Man, putting up 700 yards, man. I bet no Fafita got close to 700 when they put up like 60 something
on ASU.
on ASU.
I'd have to look
Actually,
that
that might have
up.
been Delora because
Let's
last year,
see. No, no, last
no,
year, no,
no, last year they put up. How many did they put up last year?
they put up 60. No, it's 59-23. Sorry.
How many did Fafita have?
I'm checking right now. 527.
Jeez,
I like how I say 527,
because
like it's a letdown.
Delora played in that game.
Yeah, probably towards the end.
Never forget. I
No,
think
no, the very last touchdown.
Wayne Talapapa had like 200 yards rushing too. Not 200, but probably like 100.
Oh,
That was a fun Apple Cup. That was when we had a pass rush, man. Who would have thought
yeah.
that losing Jeremiah Hunter or Jeremiah Martin gets rid of all of our pass rush?
Here we go. So like I said, we got a full CFB slate that we're going to be talking about. We're also going to be picking the top 25 games. No, we're not picking the Huskies.
Oh, pick the Huskies.
I'm making
What's the spread? I think it's like 30
executive
something.
call. It's probably pretty big. I'm making executive call. Only top 25 games will make it onto the picks list. Minus
27.
27.
You know the you know who was once a DC at Weber State?
Who's that?
Current Huskies D line coach, Kalfusi.
There you go.
He's a
He's
Mormon.
a makes sense.
I think having a Mormon D line coach is gonna be good for us.
Yeah, especially trying to recruit
Poly boys.
Poly boys exactly. So there we go, boys. But anyways, we have some waiver claims to talk about first because there's more NFL roster movement. It never really stops,
So
but
I have a big question.
yes.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. This is the only time we care about it, really. Um, so the Carolinas had first pick. Did they only get one player as their first pick, or all their claims were
Every
first?
single player that hits the waivers, they get to make a
Yeah,
call on.
interesting, interesting.
So they could
So
have
a
made a
big
call
one for
on.
me there is Jamie Sheriff. You
Hmm.
know, I feel like if you have a preseason that good, you're always going to get a pick somewhere, right?
Hmm.
So that's tough. But they picked up Radigan and they're paying him $3 million for that privilege. I don't know what they're doing there, man. That's what's
Yeah.
his name? One of the GM is worked under Schneider. It's not Fitterer
Oh,
though.
oh yeah, not favorite. What's his name? Damn, I'm blanking on it. The new guy. Hold on. Panthers
I
GM
should
Dan
know
Morgan.
this.
Dan Morgan.
Dan, oh, I should know that, Dan Morgan. Honestly, I haven't liked NFL hats that have came out for quite some time, but I found this one, and it wasn't like a one they used much last year. Like the league didn't promote this look very much last year, but I really like it. It's fitted too for my big old
There you go.
noggin.
There you go. Let's
KJ
see.
Henry, good
Yeah, I
ad
like that.
there.
I was a big fan of that. He had quite
Miles
the preseason.
Murphy's
He
old
had quite the
rookie
regular. He
card.
had quite the rookie year. Honestly, the fact that he got cut is kind of crazy. New
You know,
regime and everything. I get it. But he was good in the preseason too. So
the Commanders definitely had a lot of that. They got rid of a lot of dudes.
yeah, it's true.
But that's I wonder if that came under recommendation of Miles Murphy.
Yeah, maybe. And it's funny. He's probably going to be sliding in for him in the first few weeks of the season before he's
Shout
back in
out
week 5.
Trevor Nowaski, Saginaw Valley State. Shout out Uncle Steve, he went there.
Uncle Steve went to Saginaw Valley. There you go. Well,
Yeah. Saginaw is a weird area, man. It's a weird area.
You know who else I found out went to Saginaw Valley State?
Ooh.
Matt LaFleur. I,
Ha!
I just found
Did
out
he
a
play
few
there?
minutes ago. I was reading the Lions subreddit. Apparently, this dude grew up in Mount Pleasant and he grew up a Lions fan. I can't really shit on him anymore, man. Before his career, he was one of us. Damn, I kind of feel bad now.
Great
Matt
betrayer.
LaFleur, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, man. You're not bad. You'd be one of us if you weren't an NFL head coach.
I was actually hoping the Seahawks would take a look at Samuel Womack, claimed right before us. So we'll never know there.
Yeah, let's see. Sorry,
Almost
there we
all of
go.
that the Brock Purdy draft class is gone for the Niners.
Braden Narvison. I heard a lot of people in Tennessee like this guy, Braden
Yeah,
Narvison.
he nailed some kicks against the Seahawks. Like
Uh,
deep kicks. He hit the game winner.
Look at this name, Shamar Bartholomew. There's not a
That's
lot of
a
NFL.
that's a good name right there.
There's not a lot of NFL players I've never heard of. Shamar Bartholomew is one of them.
You know who his head coach
Unfortunately,
was?
Trevor Nowaski is also one
You
of
know who
them.
his head coach was?
What's his name? The old USC
Clay
guy,
Helton.
Clay Helton. That's right.
You know that Georgia Southern was like one of the last non-military academy bastions of the wishbone.
There you go. Kansas City claiming Frank Gore Jr.'s teammate Eric Scott. There you go.
Hassan Haskins, of course.
Yeah.
Cody
Jonah,
Schrader.
Jonah Lalu didn't make it back to Indy. That Cody Schrader staying in the division. Grant Beau, see, I liked
Yeah,
him
that
coming
was the
out of
name I
Charlotte.
liked.
That's interesting.
Biff
Um,
Poggi. You see, like Biff Poggi's like, yeah, 9 of our starters are hurt. It's like, how?
let's see. New England got a lot of waiver claims too. Obviously, it's funny. Washington was second in the order, and they didn't claim a single guy. Were they just like asleep? Yeah, and Peters fall asleep today. He forgot there was stuff going on today.
No, we traded away Ridgeway.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That did happen.
Guys, I
Kenny
got some pretty
Longmore.
fun news about the waiver wire today for the Lions.
Oh yeah,
Not necessarily waiver wire, but like practice squad
yeah.
transaction.
Practice squad. Yep.
Veteran acquisition.
Allen Robinson is going to be on our practice squad. And get this,
Only
Jake
2 years
Fromm,
removed from that being exciting.
Jake Fromm, not Nate Sudfeld, made the practice squad.
Let's go.
Nate
That is
Sudfeld
fun news.
is officially gone, and Jake Fromm is our third stringer.
That one is
Congrats.
fun, actually.
Bad man's gone.
He is.
Batman's gone.
He is gone. Never have to watch him again.
Get out of here. Get out of here from.
You're fired, Hatshot.
Look at that. 11. Dang. Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers had 3, though. I'm going through the NFL.com article on their award predictions. No votes for Joe Burrow for MVP. Barf. But he was the leading vote getter for comeback player of the year. So we'll take that.
Gino has
We'll
officially destroyed
take
that
that.
award.
Yeah, no. Because it was Gino and then it was Flacco. in back-to-back years.
Honestly, Flacco deserved that one. Although it was kind of similar of
Came back from
being bad. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Why there needs to be a most improved. Like, I mean, obviously, the way they have in the NBA, there needs to be a most improved, and there needs to be a comeback player of the year.
Been saying this for years, but non-quarterback MVP, best quarterback award, and then
it's called offense player of the year.
They can be defender too. JJ Watt.
When was the last time a quarterback won offense player of the year? I feel like it's kind of like accepted. MVP goes to a quarterback. Offense player of the year goes to the best non-quarterback. Or defense player of the year, obviously, in the case of like JJ Watt.
I'd get rid of offensive and defensive player of the year for a non-quarterback award.
Nah. I like that there's something to crown the best non-QB offense player.
Who was last year's defensive player of the year? Was it TJ Watt?
No, it was Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
So, there you go. Any other big ones? Kenny Nwangwu going to New Orleans is fun.
There's an interesting thing that I kind of thought about. And I
What's
didn't
that?
tweet this out or anything. The Seahawks signed Artie Burns to the practice squad and say he's going to play week 1. They did not talk about his injury at all. So here's my thinking. They cut Artie Burns and teams thought he was hurt, so he wouldn't get claimed. And that was kind of a gambit there. That's my thinking, maybe.
Or he didn't get claimed because he's bad.
I don't know, man. He's been getting good reviews from the Seahawks, man.
Uh-oh. Can Mike McDonald not evaluate DBs? I'm just giving you a hard time at this point. I'm enjoying the troll role. I know I get of the three of us, I get to sit in the troll role the least often. So I'm liking it. It's fun. It's fun. I get why you guys like to do it now.
We do a little bit of trolling here.
We do a little bit of trolling. Let's see.
Nothing interesting. Let's move on.
I don't know. Desmond Ridder signing with the Cards practice squad. That's pretty interesting. Bailey Zappi, Frank Gore Jr., Tyreek Smith going back to Seattle on the practice squad. Yeah, it's just a bunch of random practice squad signings. I don't.
No, we are no longer going to care about the practice squad for the rest of the year, folks.
Samaje Perine going to the Chiefs.
Russ got named starter.
Yep, that was official. Yeah.
Gosh, Russ really looks like Big Ben in that picture. Scroll down a couple.
Yo, he does. What the heck?
It's the facial.
It's the face.
Yeah, dude.
What's it with Steelers quarterbacks always have to make that face?
They got Big Ben reincarnated.
That's why Kenny Pickett wasn't able to survive in Pittsburgh. He had too much of a jawline. Steelers quarterbacks can't have a jawline. Them's the rules. Bless you.
I've been so sneezy today. I think it's dusty in here.
Yeah. Brandon. Yeah, okay. Nothing else getting excited here. Titans releasing Rashad Weaver is a little bit of a surprise, but nothing else surprising here. Anyways, is it time to talk a little bit of playoffs?
What are you talking about?
Playoffs. We haven't played...
Washington.
What's that?
Washington.
Oh yeah, Jim Mora. Yeah, there you go. Good call out. I didn't even connect the dots.
Wait, who's Jim-El? Is Jim-El the older or the younger?
I
think younger.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Either way, they're both Washington guys. But yeah. Anyways, shall we start? Look at that. That's a spicy wild card matchup in the NFC there in the bottom right.
I got something to say about the Seahawks wild card matchup.
All right. Want to start? Actually, you know what? Crystal ball here. Which of these games gets shoehorned into that early Saturday slot that always is the least viewed?
Oh yeah.
Not Cowboys. The Cowboys are always Sunday afternoon. They will always be Sunday afternoon. Honestly,
I would say either Seahawks Eagles or Browns Chiefs.
I feel like Browns would get fucked.
Yeah, somehow. I bet. Yeah, I bet Browns Chiefs the first one. So we're gonna start with Browns Chiefs then. Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, there you go. Saturday night now. This one could be a little bit more interesting. I could see them putting Seahawks Eagles on Saturday night.
Hear me out on
Um,
this. It has been a very long time since the Eagles beat the Seahawks. Let me look up this record. It's been surprisingly long.
let's see if I can beat you to it. 2008. I beat you to it. I'm a winner.
Yep,
That is
2008.
surprisingly long.
Let's go.
Yeah. That is surprisingly long. I'm not gonna lie.
They're cursed, man. They're cursed.
Yeah, I think it ends here though. We're talking about a 13-4 Seahawks team.
Eagles team.
Or the Eagles team, I mean.
I still can't get it out of my head how they played against the Seahawks last year.
Okay, that was last year was two coordinators that are now scrubbing toilets at
It's been almost
Lincoln Financial.
it's been 15 plus years since the Eagles beat the Seahawks.
Okay, Matt Patricia was the coordinator, the DC for the Eagles.
The past predicts the future, baby. Seahawks pull the upset.
It's gonna be the Eagles.
2008.
That's not even me being a hater. We need to be realistic.
2008.
I think Seattle would pull that upset, not even because of the history, but usually you get at least one playoff upset, and I feel like Mike Macdonald could really make a stamp on the team with that game.
I'll tell you this: they're not getting past the divisional.
Okay. Sunday morning. This one always gets kind of shoehorned into. I think this would probably be Texans Steelers.
Yeah, I think Steelers.
Steelers. No, Cowboys Falcons is always Sunday afternoon. Or Cowboys is always Sunday afternoon.
Oh, wait, there's 3 games on Sunday, right?
Yeah. There's a morning.
Oh yeah. Cowboys will be afternoon then.
It's such bullshit. They do a Monday night wildcard game.
Yeah. Texans Steelers got to be Sunday morning.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Steelers run ends here. Texans beat them here.
I'm going Texans.
Yeah, that's why I said Texans. Yeah, Texans.
Oh, okay. I missed.
I might have worded that confusingly. I said Steelers run ends here. I'm going Texans.
Oh, sorry. I heard run into.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm going
run ends here. Yeah, I agree. I got Texas here.
I got Houston as well.
There you go. Pretty even split, or pretty solid split there. Then the Sunday afternoon, of course, has to be Dallas, Atlanta.
It's an interesting matchup.
It's interesting because Dallas might be cursed because Mike McCarthy has to get fired one of these years, right?
But Atlanta,
they're going to lose in humiliating fashion somehow.
Yeah, but if there's ever a team that would not be able to take advantage, it'd be Atlanta.
This team's, it's like who's
I'm going to go. I'm going Dallas. I'm going Dallas. I just feel like they're a better team.
They made it past the wild card last year, right?
No, they got destroyed by Green Bay. The year before they did though, because they played Tom Brady and the shell of the Bucks, the 8-9 Bucks that won the NFC South.
It's a tough one.
I'm going Dallas.
I like the Cowboys.
I'll go Dallas. It's close, but
it's one of the few playoff games Dallas would win.
Yeah, and we got two juicy games here. It depends on if you think Sunday or Monday is the bigger profile. Probably Sunday night. Sunday night's probably the bigger profile game.
I think Ravens Bills would get Monday night. Packers Lions would get Sunday night.
I agree. The Lions obviously killed it on Sunday night last year, so I bet the NFL would want to run that back. Detroit wins. They finally exercise another demon. They beat the Packers in the playoffs. They're on a roll right now.
What do you think, Rob?
I got the Lions, of course. I got the Lions here.
Good. You guys are making the right choice. It's too bad I can't really shit on Matt LaFleur anymore, but I still
and then Baltimore, Buffalo, two teams that will inevitably choke in the next round of the playoffs. But before that, they play each other. Of course, there's two major differences. Both these teams are chokers, but only one of these quarterbacks is a choker, and that's Lamar B. Josh Allen is a great playoff performer, so he is going to absolutely destroy the Ravens.
My thinking here is it's probably going to be a snowy game that neutralizes a pass rush. So I'm going to favor the Bills here.
Yeah, I'm going to favor Buffalo a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a grimy game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's wild card weekend then. So home teams won on AFC round, and then in the NFC, home and then 2 road dogs. So the NFC South is, I believe, now the only division without a representative. Yes. The NFC West has 2
Oh, yeah. Jeez,
representatives.
I feels weird that Missouri's in the
Ooh,
West, man.
this is a spicy
It's a
wild
spicy.
or
Oh,
divisional
God
round.
damn it.
Okay, the game that would end up Saturday afternoon. Because yeah, there's 2.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, there's a Saturday. Yeah, so it's Saturday afternoon,
That's
Saturday
gotta be
night,
Houston.
Sunday morning. Yeah, Houston, Cincinnati would be the Saturday afternoon one. You guys know. Okay. So you're just gonna have to outvote.
You're picking the Texans?
Definitely. No, I'm going with the experience here. Obviously, at this point the Texans will have 3 games of playoff experience, but if the Bengals with the bye week, the Bengals, especially under Joe Burrow, have been lights out after bye weeks too. So like last year after the bye week, they beat the Niners by 21 points in San Francisco. Get a bye week. This is obviously a rematch of one of the crazier Bengals games of last season, but this time, fingers crossed, they'll be healthy for it. They weren't really healthy at all last season, but say la vie. Yeah, I'm picking the Bengals.
I got the Bengals here. I think the playoff
The
experience
Bengals.
is just so huge.
All right. We'll put an NFC game in Saturday night. You gotta. It's gotta be Detroit,
yeah.
Dallas, and Saturday night.
Saturday night, not
Yeah,
Sunday
Saturday
night.
night. Well, they don't have a Sunday night. They only have a Sunday afternoon, and they always put Kansas City, Buffalo, and Sunday afternoon as they get it. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Cowboys. I'll tell you what, man. Lions at Ford Field against these guys, we could actually beat.
Wait, hold on. One quick thought though. I just thought about this. Technically, I don't know. No, could they start a game at noon? Yeah, they could start a game at noon. Never mind. Yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked there because I was thinking like, wait, West Coast team, would they even be able to play the early game on Sunday? But I think they'd be fine with that. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead with the Detroit Dallas here.
Yeah, dude. I think
I don't think I've ever
Lions
seen
actually
that
get this
done. Have you
matchup
ever
at
seen
Ford
that
Field.
happen?
They because like the championship, sorry, we keep interrupting you. Sorry, Daniel. Because championship games when like in the NFC, if the NFC is the early game and the 49ers were hosting, it would be at the same time. It's always at noon Pacific time. So
I don't think
they
I've really
could make
seen
that work.
that too much, though. A West Coast team kick off a championship game at noon.
You want to flip it? We can flip it.
I'm just curious about this scenario. I'm trying to think. I don't care that much.
Let's just roll with what we got.
I really couldn't care less about this.
It would probably be flipped in real life. They would probably flip these two, but it doesn't matter. So go ahead, Daniel. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the Lions beat the Cowboys. I think us having the home game, Dallas not being able to go to the NFC Championship.
Yep. That was what I was
Lions
thinking.
exercise the demons of that no-call PI.
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing, actually, in terms of the Dallas can't get to the NFC Championship. They're cursed to never get to the NFC Championship again. So guess what? This is the divisional round. What comes after? They're done.
What humiliating way are they going to lose the game on this time?
Oh, what if they lost it the way that the Lions lost the game last year?
That would actually be retribution, man.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Pure retribution.
Then we'll say Sunday afternoon here, San Francisco, Seattle.
I think them coming off a bye is just too much.
Yeah, you already know who I'm picking. Daniel.
For which game? Seahawks, Niners?
San Francisco, Seattle here.
I think Niners.
Coming off a bye is just too tough.
And then we've got Chiefs, Bills, a game that will inevitably be a fantastic game. But will it just be the same result as it always is?
I don't think this Bills team's going to beat them.
No, this is probably the worst Bills team they've had going up against the Chiefs. And I think the Chiefs are better than last year.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs got
Well, man, I'm going to be fun. And I'm going to say the Bills are going to win just for the hell of it.
They're finally going to get over the hump. They're going to get over the Kansas City hump.
This time they will, for sure, guys. After what, 6 years of the same shit? It's all right, guys. They'll get it this time.
They'll get it this time. They even had the home game last year, and they still couldn't get it done.
Oh, man. They'll go to Kansas City. Josh Allen, dude, 1,000-yard game. Not even kidding.
There you go. Well, we got two 1-2 games then, which is always boring, but it's also always probably to be expected. So I believe it would be the NFC game that goes first this year. Yeah, because they flip every year. So the NFC Championship here.
Hey, guess
Detroit
what?
at San Francisco. It's a
Guess
rematch.
what? Time for retribution. Give me the Lions.
Do the Lions go to the Lions go to their first ever Super Bowl? I'm with it. I'm also picking the Lions. They should have won last year. I think they've learned from their mistakes, and I think they're a little bit better than they were last year too. And it's a worse Niners team, you're right. So
first time you've admitted to that.
I never said they weren't worse. I just don't think they're like a ton worse. I don't think they're so much worse that they fall off.
You don't believe in a Super Bowl hangover?
Somewhat. But on the other side of things, you got the dynasty versus the only team that's ever really posed a roadblock in the AFC since Brady left, obviously. This time, Pat's going to Cincy. Again, I have to pick with my brain and my heart. Oh, not my no, take my heart out of it. Rip my heart out of my chest, throw it away. Pick with my brain. I think the Bengals take it. But again,
Chiefs.
You can outvote me. Yeah.
I'm going Chiefs. They just seem so unstoppable.
They seem that way, but I mean, if Lamar Jackson didn't shit the bed, the Ravens would have beat them.
Feels like everyone shits the bed against them.
Beau Gleason, for the sake of potential retribution, I need to take the Chiefs.
All right. Well, you know what? We picked the Bengals.
That means he's saying he doesn't believe it's going to happen.
What that means, actually, I mean, we picked the Bengals to win the Super Bowl last year, and they didn't even make the playoffs because they got so hurt. So, hey, there you go. I should be thanking you guys. Daniel, caution.
You know, I want the Bengals to win that game.
I have no doubt about what we want to happen.
It's just they feel.
I know what Daniel's doing because the Bengals haven't beaten the Lions, the Lions haven't beat the Bengals since 1992.
Ooh,
he knows what he's doing.
I never knew that.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. I was just saying, we had the Chiefs. We should have played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year, and I wanted to get an actual opportunity this year.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything to do with Cincy. I just really.
It would be pretty fun for me to be the tiebreaker between the Bengals and Lions, though.
Yeah, it would have been, but that's okay. Again, I think we just prevented cursing the Bengals again like we did last year. So I actually shouldn't be that mad. We cursed the Bengals last year. So honestly,
we should make them the worst team in the league this year.
Be careful with this pick, Daniel. We cursed the Bengals last year. So
I don't take this shit serious, man. Hey, man, whatever happens this season is just gonna happen. So fuck it, man. You only live once. Give me the fucking Lions. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, and I'm gonna be the happiest fucking person on this planet.
If you would have told me
after 15 years, bro, of watching the shittiest football franchise of all time finally have a good couple of seasons and we actually get a ring out of it, bro, it's way better than the Chicago Cubs from a few years ago. This will literally be the second greatest sporting story of all time, only behind the Leicester City winning the Premier League story from 2016.
I don't know, man. The Cubs went like 110 years.
Hey, man, but baseball and American sports have a lot more parity because of the way they're structured than European sports do.
That is true.
You said the Lions above the Cubs, though.
Dude, because it's the fucking Lions.
I don't know. It's been the Cubs for
I don't give a shit about the
110
Cubs. I
plus
don't care
years,
about
man.
baseball. I care about the greatest franchise in American sports. So that's why it's the greatest American sports story.
Sports don't exist outside of America, anyways. Who gives a fuck?
So guys, I'll go next with my pick here. My heart and my head are telling me two very different things, but you'd be surprised which one's which.
Wow.
My head tells me the Lions are the better team. No, my head tells me the Lions would win this game head to head. My head tells me that Dan Campbell is going to have those boys ready to go because he's the best goddamn coach in the NFL.
He is. Right,
But
Rob?
my heart tells me I really want to curse the Chiefs, so I'm picking the Chiefs.
Fair enough. I can't mock that.
Tiebreaker. If you would have told me this a couple of years ago that Jared Goff playing for Dan Campbell would be in a Super Bowl, I would laugh at you. But here we are.
You did laugh. I remember when Jared Goff spent his first year in Detroit, and you were laughing at me about Jared Goff and how Dan Campbell's a bozo of a coach. I remember
you wanted him. You wanted
Dan
him
Campbell was a
cut
bozo.
some games. I remember. We lived
Hey, man,
together.
but I'm a fan. I have a right to get emotional.
Yeah, no, you have that right.
After the game.
I always thought Dan Campbell was a good coach. I was a Goff hater. I'll give you that. Because I felt like he was a salary dump. To be quite honest.
To be honest, some Lions fans, honestly, I kind of thought that too for a little bit. And then once Jared Goff got a competent offense around him in 2022, he definitely played a lot better.
I'd be so excited to watch the Lions O-line versus a Spagnuolo Super Bowl game plan. I think that would be a lot of fun to see happen.
Sounds like the easiest matchup on the planet.
I mean, Spagnuolo's the guy who beat the 17-0 Patriots.
Someone who single-handedly watched Chris Jones and Frank Clark and Steve Spagnuolo take a AFC championship away from the Bengals a year and a half ago is not easy. I mean, also the refs, but that's a different
Spagnuolo was the architect of beating Brady, the 17-0 Brady.
That's such a
man.
Oh, I know this is. The Detroit Lions, as the greatest franchise in American sports, have gone into Arrowhead twice in the last 2 years and won both times. I don't care.
One of them was preseason.
We still did it. Nate Sudfeld.
For that, I'm picking against them. I'm kidding. I think the Lions pull out some ridiculous trick play, and that's the decider for a win. Lions host it, baby.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, Dan.
Go!
We literally just cursed the Lions so bad.
Dude, I don't fucking care, man.
All right, draft order.
I have watched my team go through so much shit. I don't care, man. I just want to have fun.
That's fair. Also, and it just occurred to me that I didn't even think about this till just now. It's a really good thing the West Coast Draft Podcast wasn't a thing back in the second Bengals Chiefs AFC Championship, because it would have been pretty that day.
Oh, I remember it. I got my last laugh for calling Joseph Osai bad in the draft process.
And he's not bad.
Panthers picking first, but they have their native pick.
But they actually have their pick this year. Oh, look at that. Back-to-back NFC South teams here. Patriots picking third again. Commies fourth. Broncos fifth. Thanks to that tie. Titans 6, Cards 7. Marginal improvement. Chargers 8, Colts 9, Giants 10. That top 10. Where does Carson Beck go here?
I don't know who's the top pick, man. I don't know.
But just top quarterback.
I don't know if he's the top quarterback.
I don't disagree. Actually, I like Quinn Ewers.
Where's the top quarterback go?
Beck.
Probably, I'd say New Orleans.
Probably New Orleans, yeah. You probably also see if Will Levis is rough this year, Tennessee.
Wow, that would be the year to trade up for a QB.
Giants. Hey, look at that. There's 3 teams that could potentially take a quarterback.
My pre-college season stuff, I would have Ewers ahead personally, but I think it's close.
The Jets here at 12. Do they trade up? Rams could trade up too, depending on Stafford health and age. Obviously,
Yeah.
he could be retired this time of the year for all we know.
Giants, Jets, Rams, Raiders, Bucks.
I think they're kind of tied to Baker, especially if they go 9-8 again. That's enough to keep Baker, I think. Fins barely miss out here. Browns. No, actually, it's not. No, they can't be the Browns because they keep pushing this Sean Watson cap hit down the road so far that they are literally tied because they keep restructuring. Here's the thing about restructuring deals and everything like that. Eventually, it's gonna bite you. So the Browns fans can be like, "Oh, we can just restructure Deshaun's deal, and it's not going to impact our cap situation. We can still go out and sign guys this year." Yeah, what happens in 2027 when you have 160 million in dead cap? And that's not an exaggerated number.
That's real.
That's real.
I mean, look at the Saints. They're doing just fine.
Yeah, right. Exactly. The Browns are screwed. Is what I'm trying to say, which I always like to remind people of. Let's see here. Let's look at this exact number. Here we go. 2025. Dead cap. Let's see. Cap hit. Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, cap hits the next few years of because they keep pushing it. Cap hit this year in 2025 and 2026 of 64 million each year. And then they've got a void year in 2027 that they threw on there, but they could always, of course, extend. They're gonna restructure again because it seems like that's all they like to do. So that 2027 void year, he won't be on the roster, and there's a very, very good chance that they are on the hook for $100+ million for a quarterback not on the roster. So that's fun. Good job, Andrew Berry. Go win your GM of the Year award again. See how that works out for you. Meanwhile, the rest of us actually have quarterbacks that know how to throw a fucking football. Okay. And not a soul women. Oh, there you go. Okay, last one. Okay. No more shots at Sean Watson. They're fun to take and easy to take, but that's my last one, I promise. Falcons, Packers, Ravens, Steelers, Eagles. Oh, do the Ravens snipe a Steelers guy here? I feel like that's always fun. When an AFC North team has a chance to snipe a Steeler, that's always fun. Eagles. Who does Seahawks take at 26? Rob.
Sorry, what did you say?
So who's the Seahawks take at 26?
Oof.
Make a call now.
Oh gosh. Who's that Georgia linebacker?
There's a couple of them. Hold on. I could probably tell you though. A linebacker in the first round, really?
I think we took Jordan Brooks at 26.
Oh, that is true. That's a good point. Smail London, Jalon Walker, London and Walker, the two.
Yeah, one of them. Or an edge rusher. I feel like maybe we could go after
You're gonna take a linebacker. You should take Danny Stutzman.
True, that is a good one. That's a really good question. Maybe we could be targeting a tackle. Maybe a tight end. I don't know. I don't think we're in quarterback range. I mean, if you ask me if my dream, it would be getting Quinn Ewers, but I don't think we're going to be in range if we're picking 26.
I like it. I like it. All right. In that case, next up here, Bills at 27, Cowboys at 28, Bengals picking at 29. Has to be interior defense lineman. He probably won't be available, but I want Dallin Walker the tank from Kentucky, the 6'6", 348, just monster. You need a replacement for DJ Reader. There's your guy. He's also a baller. I want him, but he's not gonna be available at 29, so don't worry about it. 30, 31. Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions at 32. I won't ask you to put on any prospects because I know you probably haven't done a ton of study at this point, Daniel. But is there a position group they should be targeting in the next draft early
I would
on? Do you
say
think?
at pick 32, O-line depth.
O-line depth. Okay,
The
that's good.
O-line, starting O-line is getting a little bit older now. Depth is still kind of there. It's still better than a lot of other teams, but it's kind of dwindling as players get more injured, players get older. So it'd be good to get some young blood in the O-line.
Not a bad call. Not a bad call. It's a good O-line draft too.
It's
Not
just
as good
it's
as last
so
year, but
so
strong.
early to make a call
Yeah,
on
That's
draft
true. It's
picks.
still early.
yeah.
I could
It's
even
very early.
just say defensive end.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, I'd like that. That's a good range for him lately.
There you go. All righty. Well, there you go. That's it for the West Coast Draft Podcast preseason predictions. Now it's time to talk a little college ball, boys. It's time to talk a little CFB and not CFB 25. We've talked a lot of CFB 25 on this
Yeah.
pod, but it's time for some real CFB. Obviously with the week 0 games, we gave Rob his flowers for the Florida State Georgia Tech game the other day. Now it's time we go through a whole slate of games. Talk about some of the big ones and make some picks against the spread. Um, Embarrassingly right now, I'm realizing that I do not have all the spreads in here, so we're gonna have to make some live additions. But while I'm typing these in, C State minus 32.5. Rob, you want to take it away with talking a little CFB here, talking a little Thursday night football here?
There's only one game I'm interested here. These are all bye games, and I don't really want to talk about them too much.
You don't
But
want to talk about them?
no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch them because they're fun. But like, I'm sorry. There's this very Central Connecticut. You really want to talk about Central Connecticut versus
Yes.
Central Michigan?
I do. They're going to win the Natty this year, Rob. Have you heard who they got? They got Bryce James playing quarterback.
Is that true?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds like a made up name, but I also would have believed it. I would have been like, dang, did Daniel
Bryce
do his
James was
research?
LeBron's other son.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot
Plays
about that. You're
basketball.
right. You're right. You're right. Good call out there. Good call out. Let's
Set up for that
see.
UL Monroe game, General Booty.
General Booty.
General Booty.
Rich
He's
Rod's the
here.
coach too. Wait,
That's
no,
true.
Rich
I
Rod,
forgot
nope,
about
not
that.
anymore. Nope, he's
Oh, is he not?
Jacksonville
Uh,
State.
Oh, yeah, there you go. It's because Jacksonville State's got promotion here. So, let's see. Dang, Rutgers Howard's going to be on pretty much as soon as school ends tomorrow. I'll have to
Kamala
get that
Harris is
on
going
right
to be
away.
coaching Howard.
Who is?
Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Really, like, you ever see her give that kind of awkward pep talk to Howard basketball in like March Madness a couple years ago?
I actually did not. No.
Oh man, it was funny.
I'm not optimistic if I'm being 100% honest with you. I'm not gonna make a political statement here, but I don't think Kamala Harris would be able to fire me up before a basketball game. Sorry, Kamala.
I think it was actually post game. I think it was post game.
Okay. I would be very
Winded
distracted
them
then. I would
down.
probably zone her out, honestly.
I agree.
Unless she said something really funny, which she might by accident.
Talk about coconut trees.
Yeah, start talking about coconut trees. Yeah. I'd be like, what was that?
You just follow
But
a
anyways,
coconut tree?
let's see. So the first game we're picking then is NC State, Western Carolina, where NC State is only a 32.5-point favorite, which I know sounds funny, only 32.5, but we're getting some of these other Thursday games we're picking. The 32 is a half smallest one. So
NC State's gonna be good this year, man. Grayson
Yeah.
McCall.
are we let's see, how do we want to break this up? Do we want to have Rob, you start because you won last week?
NC State covers.
NC State covers. All right, I respect it. Daniel, go ahead.
Rob taking Rutgers.
NC
Oh
State.
no, we're not doing Rutgers. We're doing NC State, Western Carolina. We're only doing top 25 games.
Oh, okay. Wait, don't we have the top 25 on your Excel sheet?
Yeah, yeah, I got her up here. I don't have every single
Spread.
spread put in quite yet.
Oh,
I'm putting it in live. I was gonna do this before and then I forgot about it, so that's an L on my part. But I'll add them as we go through here. But yeah, we got right here.
okay. I was actually gonna ask what I saw the BTN network
Mm.
for the Howard game. What's that? What does that stand
Big
for?
Ten
the
Network.
Big Ten Network.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take NC State.
Yeah, I'm also going to take NC State. 32.5 is not a big spread. I don't know if maybe Western Carolina is pretty good, but then let's see.
Mizzou minus
Back.
46.5.
Yeah.
Jesus
See, I
Christ.
told you 32.5 is not that big actually. Then we get to a lot of FBS versus FCS games that just don't really excite me. Buffalo Lafayette. Geez, Thursday is really just only FBS versus FCS games. That's kind of depressing, actually. I was hoping for something entertaining.
Arkansas, Pine Bluff at Arkansas.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, here's our next
ESPN
top
U.
25 game. Hey, Mizzou hosting Murray State. Daniel, I'll let you lead this one off.
Nah, bro. Murray State, they're gonna come in. They're gonna win by like 100 points, man. It's gonna happen. I'm kidding.
Are they gonna win it for what's his name, John Morant?
Dude, absolutely. 1000%. John Morant's gonna be at the game. He's gonna be cheering his boys on, and they're gonna get an upset. No, I'm kidding.
There you go.
Mizzou, man. That's too easy.
46.5? 46.5 is a pretty big spread.
So really,
Granted, Murray State.
That is kind of a big spread, though.
Mizzou's is a CFB
Mizzou's
here.
Yeah,
Mizzou's
they're gonna win, but like, yeah, it's a big spread, man.
All right, make a call. Make a call.
Nah, give me Mizzou.
Respect it. Stick to your guns. I
Picks
like
this
it.
week is going to be so boring. I'm sorry. It's going to
No,
be really boring.
it
We're
will be.
taking the
It will.
favorites almost always. Give me Mizzou.
I'll also pick Mizzou here. Rob,
Triple it up. I'm taking them too.
there we go. All right, we've got chalk so far. Let's see. Toledo, Lindenwood, Kansas here. Another one. Kansas 45-point favorites. I guess I'll lead off. I'm going KU. I'm going Jalen Daniels in the Jayhawks. Rob, you're up. You're up.
Rock chalk.
There you go. Daniel.
Yeah, Kansas.
Speaking of chalk, there we go again. Let's see more. Oh wow, there's actually an FBS versus FBS game. It's a P5 versus P5 game. We got UNC Minnesota, 5 p.m. on Fox tomorrow night. There you go. We got one. We found one. NDSU Colorado's on at the same time though, so no one's gonna be watching. Colorado 10-point favorites. Neither are ranked, so we're not putting it up there. But that's gonna be a fun one.
Thank God Colorado's not ranked, man.
Oh, you want to talk about Shadir Sanders and his rap career?
Well, we could. We can talk about it as much as we want. We're just not going to pick the game officially.
Damn it. I mean, no, you're right. You just got to do top 25.
I think NDSU wins straight up.
The eyes of America are upon you, NDSU. Pull it off, please.
Even actually, I don't know if they win straight up, but they are going to cover 10.
I think they cover 10.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Colorado by a field goal.
Colorado's not going to be used to. They're soft, man. They're not going to be used to power run.
Another FBS.
Soft. They're just not good.
They're soft too. They're not good and soft.
There's only 2 FBS versus FBS games the entire day. The other one's Coastal Carolina at Jacksonville State.
Go Chanticleers, baby.
There you go. Jacksonville State is 3-point favorites though. So
Chanticleers must have fell off after what's his name left.
I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
It's like Coach of Liberty.
How am I forgetting his name right now?
I know, me too. Jamie Chadwell.
Jamie Chadwell, there it is.
I don't know how I blanked on that one too.
Yeah, no, we talked about him a lot last year. Let's see here.
We talked a lot about him since like 2020.
Let's see. Southern Utah. Utah's our next ranked one here. Utah 38.5-point favorites at home. that Rob, you're starting.
38.5 is a lot of points for Utah, but I don't even know what mascot Southern Utah is, so give me the Utes.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah, Utah.
I agree. There you go. All right. Let's see. Rest of the Friday or Thursday slate, nothing really entertaining. Oh, we got San Jose State, Sac State, which I will be watching, but for personal reasons.
You're not going to watch the Husky game? Oh, no, that's Thursday. I don't know what I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
Oh, that game's on True TV. Damn, that's like back in cable.
Oh, jeez.
It's gonna be. They're gonna have
Are they practical jokers
on right
gonna?
before,
Yep. There we go. They're gonna like make them do a halftime show as a punishment.
That'd actually be great. Actually, I'd
Hire me, True TV. Hire me.
Army and Lehigh on Friday. Oh, we got one ranked game on Army on Friday. We got Lehigh at Army. Or no, sorry, that's not the ranked game. We got Temple at OU. OU 42.5 point favorites against Icy Vert's Dynasty. Let's see, Daniel, you're leading this one off.
This is Oklahoma.
Daniel's not insanely online like us. He doesn't know
That's
the
true.
reference.
And good for him that he's
chronically online.
Yeah. Yeah, we're chronically online. The IC Vert Dynasty, that was a deep cut reference right there.
That was. I mean, Temple even brought him out. Isn't that crazy?
They did. It was hilarious. I loved it when they did that.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma.
42.5 is a lot, but Temple's really bad. So yeah, I agree. Give me Oklahoma. Robert.
Give me the Temple Owls, baby. I believe in Icy Vert.
Really? All righty. Well, let me look
What's
up
the spread?
42.5.
Woo!
Going crazy.
God, I'm gonna pay for this one.
Yeah, you might have just lost the advantage you got yourself.
1.3%, maybe. Let's go.
Let's see, TEM. Their abbreviation is TEM. Things I just learned today. Okay. Okay, finally, we're Saturday. Actually, wait, hold on. Friday night, we got Michigan State FAU, Wisconsin, Western Michigan. Hey, TCU at Stanford. There you go. Shout out Troy Taylor. I'm gonna get Troy Taylor on a pod one of these days. Anyways, UGA. That's UGA minus 13.5. Forgive me. I'm gonna plug these spreads in here real fast on the side while we talk about the Saturday slate here. So we got UGA Clemson in the morning. Number 14 Clemson, might I add. So that should be interesting. We got Penn State, West Virginia. That's considered a rivalry, right? That's some sort of rivalry. There's a name for it. It's a named rivalry.
Which one?
Penn State, West Virginia.
Backyard brawl.
I thought that was Pitt, West Virginia.
Oh my God!
You're fired, hotshot. I like how that wasn't even a real thing, but I've just gotten so much life out of it.
Yeah, it has to be a named rivalry, man.
Yeah. I feel like there's got to be some sort of name for it. I agree. Let's see. Ooh, man, we got a fun one later on Saturday. We got
Penn State, West Virginia.
That could be interesting. That could be interesting. No, I'm excited for that one. Let's see. We'll call it there. So we got a
fun slate, man.
Yeah, we got 5 games in the morning to call here. So Clemson, Georgia, season opener or Saturday opener.
Iowa being ranked 25 is very funny to me.
Here we go. Yeah, Iowa. All right, here we go. We got the first handful of games on Saturday to pick here. So we got Clemson versus number 1 Georgia. I'm leading off. Georgia's 13.5-point favorites. Clemson's quarterback is still Cade Klubnik, and he's terrible. So give me Georgia. Give me the dogs.
I'm gonna go Georgia here too. Saw what they did to Oregon a couple of years ago.
Yeah, give me Georgia, man. That team's really good.
Then Penn State, West Virginia. The next one we're calling here actually is Penn State, West Virginia.
I don't want
is
to go
next
first
game.
in this one.
What's that?
I
You
don't want
have
to
to
go
go
first. I'm still
first. We're
thinking.
doing the rotation.
Can I go first in the next one?
We'll give you some time to think, but no, you're going first.
I'm going West Virginia here.
Woo, WV. Are we going WVUs for the abbreviation? Yes, it is.
Just for fun, because they've been showing up on my Twitter a lot lately. I don't know why, but that's the only reason, really. And True Valor sucks.
Yeah, but it's only 8 points.
What are you saying? Yeah. I hope I don't regret this one. I hope Abdul Carter doesn't sack their quarterback a million times.
Carter looks really nice, bro. I was
He's
watching
gonna
some
be
of this
so
film.
good,
He's
man.
good. He's good.
Really good.
I'm not saying he's Micah Parsons, but
He's really
it's hard
good.
to not see the similarities, especially because they wear the same number. All right, Daniel, your next step here.
I like Penn State in that matchup.
PSU. I'm also going PSU. I'm not as much a Drew Waller hater as Rob is. So now, granted, most of the world's Drew Waller haters. So I don't mean that to single you out. I just mean that to say, I believe.
He was bad last year, man.
He was bad for most of last year. He had flashes. Anyways, Iowa, Illinois State, Iowa, 22.
that scares me. Can we look how Iowa did against FCS opponents last year?
Yeah, let's do it. Iowa 2023 schedule. I want to say they had some blowouts to start. Let's see, 24-14, 2013, 41-10. 31. Did they not play any? They didn't play any FCS teams last year. Good on them.
What was their final record last year?
10-4.
I can't believe they went 10. They had a 10-win season last year. Oh, jeez.
That Tennessee game went pretty.
Wow.
They went to that game, but it's the higher ranked team too.
I was Nico Amaleva.
Yeah, no, and he balled out in that game. He gave Tennessee fans some hope. Shoot, man.
I have never heard of Bucknell before.
Yeah, you don't have to lead this one off, I guess, Rob. You're leading us off, Daniel. Does Iowa even get to 23 points? Is the question.
That is a great question.
Who's their OC this year, though?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me look up their coaching staff. It's not Brian Ferentz anymore.
There's a coach's caveat.
Yeah, there we go. Coach is right there. It is not Brian Ferentz. There you go.
Tim Lester.
Tim Lester. I've never even heard of this Tim Lester guy. Let's see. What's his experience? 22 years of coaching experience, including 12 as a head coach at Division 1, 2, and 3. 12 years as an OC. Where was he in 2023?
Packers. Oof.
9. He was with the Packers. He's a senior analyst. Okay. Oh, he was the head coach at Western Michigan from 17 to 22.
So after Fleck left.
Yeah, that Western Michigan team was not great after Fleck left.
Eskridge, baby.
Sure. All right, Daniel, make a call here.
Oh man, I don't know, dude.
It's tough. It's not easy. Illinois State's a good FCS team too.
They are.
You know what, man? I think Illinois State covers.
I agree. I also think Illinois State covers.
Me too. 22 is a lot for the Jayhawks or for the Hawkeyes.
Iowa. Yeah. Then we got. Let's see. What's the next game we're talking?
Tennessee
we got
versus Chattanooga.
UConn, Maryland. We can also look at any games that stand out before we get now. Yeah, there's not really. Yeah, Tennessee, Chattanooga. Tennessee's favored by 38.5. Give me the Vols. Give me the Vols to cover.
Yep. Vols covering here.
I volunteer at the Vols cover.
There
Nice.
you go. I like it. There's the tie-in. Ooh, we got a fun FBS, FCS next up here. We got SDSU, South Dakota State, the
National
reigning
champion.
FCS natty champs versus number 17, Oklahoma State. This is in Stillwater. Tickets as low as $42. You guys want to go? I'm just kidding.
I'm good, man.
Pass.
48.5. Texas minus 32. All right. Daniel. No, sorry, Daniel. Rob, you're first up here.
I think Oklahoma State covers. Ollie Gordon's going to be insane this year, man.
Yeah. I respect it.
Didn't they lose to Fresno State?
Oklahoma State?
They lost to an FCS team last year, I think.
I want to say they lost. Let's see. I think they lost to South Alabama. I don't know if they lost to
I think that's it.
I don't know if they lost to a FCS team though.
No, they lost to G5. They lost to G5.
They barely beat Central Arkansas. They barely beat ASU,
lost to South Alabama.
and then they lost to South Alabama. Yeah, they got killed by South Alabama actually, and then they went on a winning streak, and then they got killed by UCF. They had a weird year last year.
They had such a. I can't believe they made the Big 12 championship after getting killed by South Alabama.
Yep, they're lucky that was not a conference game. Let's see. I'm gonna plug a couple more in here, but there we go. Oklahoma State minus
2040, it's going to be a Big 12 game.
SDSU, or sorry, Daniel, go ahead. Oklahoma State 9.5-point favorites. What you thinking?
I'll take Oklahoma State.
Oh. Okay, State. CSU is the national champs. It's hard to ignore that. They did lose a lot, though. They lost like 3 offensive linemen.
They have a 7th-year quarterback at Oklahoma State.
Give me OK State. Give me OK State.
I think they're going to be legit threats in the Big 12 this year.
Scroll down here. Actually, let's see. Cincinnati, Towson, Wazoo, Portland State. Don't care about
Seahawks drafted a dude out of Towson many years ago.
There you go. We got 3 ranked games here, and then we got a little hiatus before our next pick. Our next one here, Ohio State, home, 48.5-point favorites over Akron. Little in-state battle. Am I starting? No, Daniel's starting with this one. Go ahead, Daniel.
Is that Ohio State, Akron?
Mm-hmm.
I think Ohio State. Bless you.
Thank you. Bless you. I like it. They're gonna be tough this year. I've got Ohio State too. I think if I had to make a prediction right now, I think Ohio State wins the Natty.
Yeah, I think that's a solid pick. I agree.
Yeah.
Anything that prevents the Ducks from winning it, I don't care.
I'm for it. Texas.
I'm gonna be chanting SEC if they lose to a SEC team.
I know you would too. Texas, 32-point favorites against Colorado State. I get to lead this one off. I don't know. Texas always plays really weird. Like they play down to their opponents. I'm going CSU to cover here.
Wyoming had a weird game against them last year, man.
Yeah, Wyoming was winning in the 4th quarter last year. So give me CSU to cover, not to win, but to cover.
I think Wyoming also beat Texas Tech last year too. They were good against Texas teams for some reason.
Yeah,
I'm going Texas. I'm really high on them this year. I'm a Ewers head.
Is it because A.D. Mitchell's gone? Is that why you're high on them?
They got some dudes to replace though, man. Starting defensive tackles, running back, but they're just a factory there. 2 starting receivers, but they did well in the portal. I just like Ewers a lot, man. I do.
I don't know, man. I think the Rams put up a bit of a fight in that game.
Rams are going to be good this year.
I like CSU to cover.
There you go. All right. Next up
They're
here,
a
let's
good team
see.
this year.
Next up is the game, the EA Sports College Football 25 game of the week.
That's
Miami
cool that
at
they did that.
Florida.
They
Yeah,
picked
that's cool.
they
Because
picked
it's
the
great
most ugly
to be
game that's
A
possible.
Miami Hurricane.
They picked the worst two coaches in the world for this to be against, though.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I'm plugging into more of these lines here. I really should have done that before we hopped on, but it's too late now. Miss minus 42. But anyways, I believe it is, yeah, it's Rob leading this one off. Miami and Mario Cristobal,
man.
2.5-point favorites on the road. Is this neutral site or is this in Gainesville?
I have no clue.
It's in
definitely look on the
Gainesville. It's in
ESPN.
Gainesville. Yeah, it's in Gainesville.
I'm going Miami. Danny Martinez is that guy. He's that guy.
Yeah. Daniel?
Oof. That's a good question. I'm taking the Gators.
Miami's got the Pac-12 All-Star team with Cam Ward and Danny Martinez.
I like it. I think I'm gonna go with Miami as well, just because Florida's weird, man. Florida will play great one game against like a tough team, and then they're just gonna absolutely shit the bed. I can't trust that consistency, not week one. And I also do not trust what's his name? What's their coach's name? How am I forgetting? Billy Napier. I just do not trust Billy Napier at all. So I could also see Florida winning though, to be quite
I'm gonna
honest with
say
you.
the
And I could
Canes.
definitely see Florida cut. Oh wait, I forgot this isn't a straight up. This is a cover.
That's the thing, man. Miami's like they're
Mm,
kind of chokers, dude.
I'm still going Miami, but I by like a field goal. I think they barely cover that 2.5. And then Alabama, Western Kentucky. I'm glad I get to lead this one off. I already know who Rob's gonna pick. As much as I would love to pick against him, I am going to be picking with Mr. DeBoer here. I'm not calling him coach, Mr. DeBoer. I think Alabama wins. Rob, you're up next.
Western Kentucky covers, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. 3KU and then Daniel.
I think Kalen unfortunately covers.
There it is. Ole Miss 42-point favorites over Furman, because that's a team that I learned existed in the NCAA tournament a few years ago and not before that. Ole Miss 42-point favorites. Go ahead, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, give me Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah. Oop, let's see, Ole Miss. Yeah, no, Ole Miss. That's 42. I mean, against Furman, like, come on now.
Oh, I got Ole Miss, man. Ole Miss can be really good.
-3. Ooh, we got another fun one coming up later on the schedule, but we'll talk about that when we talk about that. Yeah, Ole Miss there. Next one. Oh wait, let me check the schedule here, see if we're missing any. FIU, Indiana, UTEP, Nebraska. Not a lot to talk about here in the non-ranked games. Boise State, Georgia Southern. UC Davis, Cal. There you go. Battle of the UCs. Something people in California don't even care about. Idaho State, Oregon State. I mean, okay. All right, UT
Saw a
Martin.
meme the other day that compared the Lions to Oregon State as two teams who have really bad histories but are turning it around the last couple years.
Yeah, that's fair. And they both employed Jamar Jefferson in the past.
There you go.
It's the only. It's probably more, but for some reason that's the one that stood out to me. UT Martin hosting K-State. I believe. Wait, who led off? Yeah, Daniel, you led off Ole Miss, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
All right, that's Rob's turn to lead off K-State.
I think K-State's going to be very good this year. Cover. I'm at Avery Johnson head.
Yeah. Also, UT Martin's bad. Daniel.
Yeah, give me Kansas State.
I agree. Okay. Somehow we got flipped around here, so now it's back to me. Alabama. Oh yeah, never mind. It's supposed to be Rob talking Mississippi first, and then so it's supposed to be flipped, but that's okay. We'll flip
figure
it
out.
We'll figure it out. Let's see. Actually, we'll just let Daniel go again with Oregon. 43.5-point favorites over Idaho.
How's Oregon ranked third?
Because
the media loves Oregon.
About it. The media loves them. I will say that.
Oregon's so
how much did Oregon pay them to make them love them? Right.
They're so cool. Hey, but Rob, you're forgetting something. Oregon doesn't play for clicks; they play to win.
Exactly.
That was a funny little soundbite from last season.
That was like the worst team to say that, honestly.
I was gonna say Oregon's been like a. I can't think of the word right now, but they're like always like a trendy team.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it. They don't have any history to back it up, so that's why they go for flash. All sizzle, no steak.
I will say Oregon does cover in this game.
Yeah, they like absolutely killed Portland State last year, so yeah, it's gonna be bad. Oregon
across the board. Oh, yeah, great. I get to talk about one of the hard ones actually. Notre Dame going to Texas A&M. A&M 3-point favorites. Who's Notre Dame's quarterback now? I think they got transfer, right? Oh, Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard.
Oh, I like me some Riley Leonard.
Me too.
But I know A&M's also got a QB.
But you know who Riley Leonard's going up against?
Who's that?
His former head coach.
Elko. Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of story. Honestly, this should be the game of the week. There's a lot of fun storylines here.
Let's see. Hold on. Who's that? Who's the QB? Connor Weigman or Weigman? I think it's Weigman.
He's good.
Yeah, people like him. He was really good last year before the injuries came in. I know some people actually have him as QB1 in the draft right now, just based off what he killed.
I have seen that. I don't believe it.
Give me Notre Dame to cover.
I'm agreeing. I'm thinking Notre Dame. I love some Riley Leonard.
Damn, I think Notre Dame is a fool's gold football team.
Like they are. I like that.
I don't know, man. They got a lot of dudes on their team.
They always do.
Ed Morrison.
They do, though. They always.
Who's their D lineman?
They never really do anything of substance.
Let's see. Notre Dame. They've got. I mean, they always have a lot of guys.
Like my thinking with this game is they're going to an SEC team. They're having to play against a ranked SEC team.
That is tough.
Are you thinking Howard Cross or Riley Mills? They got a couple. Okay.
They got a couple, yeah. I mean, any of them.
Yeah. They've always got someone. That'll be fun though. That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be one that I.
Tedford's not the coach anymore. Snaff live for Fresno.
Yep, that is true. Look at the Courtney Morgan Bowl, Fresno State, Michigan.
Oh God.
What
guy is just he's like the biggest coattail rider in the planet, dude.
Oh yeah.
He was the first one to get on that plane. He was the first dude to get on that plane.
And I was saying, you know what? I was packing his bags for him. I wasn't there, but
Mondo is an upgrade. Mondo's an upgrade.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. He knows how to evaluate talent.
Let's be honest. How many times are those guys really the ones evaluating talent, though?
Oh, none.
Exactly.
But they always like to say they are. They like to pretend they're good at it.
Exactly.
And Courtney Morgan never admitted when he was wrong. And guess what? It's already early returns. A lot of the guys that he pounded the table for were not good at UW.
Who?
I will not name names.
No, name names. Name names.
I want to offend these kids,
Okay,
man.
okay. Tell me after. I want to know.
Okay, deal. Um. Anyways, in the Courtney Morgan, you're leading off the Courtney Morgan Bowl, by the way, Rob.
Michigan's got this, man. They got two of the best.
Only 20 and a half, too.
They got 2 out of 3 of the best defenders in the country.
Only 20 and a half is crazy.
Honestly, probably the best 2. Honestly.
Daniel?
Oh, Wolverines.
People are way too low on Michigan, man. They're still going to be really good.
Yeah.
Why do you have that kind of D line in college?
Right.
Good luck.
I mean, yeah. Man, I wish I got to lead this one off, but my Tucson, Arizona Wildcats taking on New Mexico, fresh off a loss to freaking who did they lose to?
Montana State.
Montana State, that's right. Who's a good FCS team, but fresh off a massive blown lead loss. Coming here to Tucson, taking on the Wildcats and a hungry Wildcats team at that, I will say. Wildcats 3 1-point favorites. Go ahead, Daniel.
How good is New Mexico going into this year?
Oh, they're horrible. They're really bad.
All right, never mind. Give me Arizona.
I don't even need to say my pick for this one. Rob.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. What are we on now? Oh, yeah, New Mexico, Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona 31-point favorite.
New Mexico's D looked pretty fun last week, man. They looked pretty fun. Bronco Mendenhall is a good coach, but man, there's a lot of talent on that Arizona team, so I gotta go Arizona.
Oh. Oh wow! I get to lead off all the fun ones. I'm tempted.
I'm tempted for that. I'm tempted for that cover, but I think it's just out of reach.
They're lucky this game. I guess New Mexico would be to adjust to this too. Arizona doesn't host noon games. When Arizona hosts, it's always in the evening, because especially in September.
Yeah. Actually, that might still be August.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's technically August. Saturday's August. Yeah. LSU, USC. Man, I get to lead off all the fun ones. This one's in Vegas, by the way. LSU coming in as 4-point favorites. USC touting out a new quarterback, Miller Moss, who looked really good in the Holiday Bowl. I will give him that. LSU, they are rocking a new quarterback themselves. Actually, wait, hold on. Was what's his name? Nussmeier? Was he their starter last year? Or was it still Jake Johnson? I think it was Jake Johnson. Or not Jake Johnson. What's his name? Max Johnson.
Wait, where'd he come from?
Oh, never mind. Max Johnson was at A&M. Never mind. I'm blanking.
Where'd Nussmeier? Is Nussmeier a transfer?
I think Nussmeier was there actually. Hold on.
Yeah, I thought he was their backup.
Oh yeah, Jalen Daniels. Never mind. Whose quarterback was last year? The guy who won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Nussmeier was the backup. Getting really good reviews though. Let's see. I think LSU is just more talented team front to back right now. Give me LSU.
I got USC.
Ooh.
I'm high on Miller Moss.
Yeah, Miller Moss.
I've heard a lot of buzz about him. I like a lot of the dudes they added, man, and I really like the coaches they added. It's a risk, I'm usually a see it, I'll believe it when I see it kind of guy, but I'm taking the risk here.
You D'Anton Lynn believer?
Not just D'Anton Lynn. They got North Dakota State's head coach to be their linebacker coach.
I just realized we forgot to. After Daniel makes this pick, we'll talk about the other Sunday games or Saturday games we didn't talk about.
I think USC is going to cover, man.
There you go. All righty, I'm the lone wolf in that here. Let's see other games. Alabama A&M versus Auburn. We got UCLA going to Honolulu.
UCLA at Hawaii. Why the hell did they sign up for that? They're gonna lose that game, are they?
They might.
I don't
They
think
very
Hawaii's
well
very good
might.
right now, though. JMU versus
Yeah,
at Charlotte. I want to see how bad they are down players. I'm really excited for that.
yeah.
All right, start scrolling because I'm seeing a lot of junk.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there's Weaver versus Washington. There you
Cover
go.
or no cover,
Washington.
boys? Cover or no
Tickets
cover?
as low as $4. 27. Yeah, I
$4.
think Washington covers. I think Washington covers.
Yeah.
I think we're covering.
I
I'm
think
excited to see the running back room.
you can get $4 tickets. That's wild.
Mhm.
All right, boys. We did it.
And then we got one more game. One more game.
Oh.
FSU. Does FSU redeem themselves? They're 16.5-point favorites against a bad Boston College team, mind you. Rob, you're leading it off.
Oh, gosh. Do I want to do it for the memes, man? Fuck it. Boston College, baby.
Oh,
Let's go,
jeez.
Bill O'Brien.
Oh gosh, there you go. Alrighty. Daniel.
I think Florida State gets a redemption.
I mean, I feel like Boston College is gonna come out and try to do the same stuff Georgia Tech did, is try
I
to run
don't
it
think
out of.
Georgia Tech, Boston College isn't as physical up front as
No,
Georgia
they're
Tech.
not. They're
So
not.
they're gonna
I'm
try.
saying
and
that's
they're
what they're
gonna
gonna
fail.
try to do.
I think FSU is gonna be pissed off too. Give me FSU as well. There you go.
When I think of this, though, I think of coming off that Montana letdown. They're like, oh, they're gonna be pissed off, and yeah, they played a good Michigan team, but like they were still bad in that game too.
Yeah, but Michigan made a lot of teams look bad that year. Michigan actually didn't beat us by much more than they beat Ohio State later that year.
Yeah, but we hardly moved the football all game. That was a rough one. I think we were really hurt too. We got banged up by Montana State.
Yeah,
In
Jalen
practice.
Polk ended up missing like 10 games because of the injury he got in Montana State. And he ended up being pretty good for UW. So, rough.
What's your pick, buddy?
For
Man, I'm gonna lose my lead real quick. I started off so well. It's like this year, no, you're not gonna make a bunch of dumb picks. You're not gonna do it this year. And I already started. Doing
that's
it.
all right. That's all right.
It's the thrill of the game, buddy.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's all about the friends.
Oh, and by the way, big stupid upset. Bring it back. That's West Kentucky, Bama.
I like it. Let's see here. Little pizzazz. Oh, that doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Dang it. Or no, it's not because it looks bad. It just screwed it up. Here we go. There we go. Actually, if I do this, will it do it all the way across the board? Yes, it will.
Nice. Very nice.
There we go. Except it screwed that up, but that's okay. There you go. There you go. Well, I'll do all this formatting stuff after we log off. But that is it for the first CFB preview episode of the West Coast Draft Podcast for this season. And
we did it. We're back, boys.
We're back. Next week, we will not have any more West Coast Draft podcasts this week, unless we have breaking news we want to do. But
we need a break. We pushed
three nights in a row is kind of crazy. So
we did it all last week too.
That's true. We're back into our regularly scheduled regular season programming next week. We'll have a CFB episode on probably Tuesday and an NFL episode on probably Thursday. We'll play with it, but that's probably the plan. We're back, boys. Football season's here. Closing thoughts, Mr. Daniel.
I'm sorry, Matt LaFleur. Please forgive me.
Closing thoughts, Rob.
If one of us loses to North Dakota State, all of us lose to North Dakota State. If one of us click like, all of us click like. One of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.
Drive safe. Oh wait, hold on.